this time, I'd like to ask State Representative Carol Fayola and the Honorable Mayor Paul Coogan to make a special presentation. And also, our great Senator Mike Rogers.
Second chair, if you will. Such an honor to be here today with everyone. A special thanks to the Jersey High School Marching Band. They were fabulous, weren't they? And Dr. Reed is always a wonderful presence, and of course, with all my colleagues here, you know, that serve every day the city of Fall River, and please give them a big round of applause. But today I came for a special presentation. I first want to thank all of you veterans here today. All the Gold Star families. It's always very special to have you here as well. But I'm especially honored to be here as we recognize a Vietnam veteran who has not been given all of the recognition that he deserves. Over the past 10 years as a state representative, and all my colleagues from time to time visit places around the city and get to meet so many interesting people. Everyone has a story. I've met so many people at senior centers, the housing developments, out in the community, and for most of those years, a particular resident's incredible life has slipped under the radar. That is until this past May when I learned of Mr. Charles Norman Gagnon's time in the Vietnam War and a medal that he had earned but had never received. Working alongside and with Congressman Auchincloss's office, who could not be here today, we were able to track down the service of Mr. Gagnon, and I was able to track down his medal. But before I tell you about this medal, let me first tell you about Charles and his service to our country that earned him such high recognition. Charles Norman Gagnon, and for you sitting here today, he's a very humble man, absolutely does not want to be highlighted, but please keep your eyes on him, because he's a great man, and it's very important. He served for 3 years in the United States Army from 1963 to 1966 after training specifically in helicopter repair. After arriving in Vietnam in 1963, Charles quickly became a crew chief, flying over 225 assault combat flights for 12 to 16-hour shifts, 7 days a week, for a span of 9 months. His commitment to our country is reflected in the 9 Air Medals Charles earned during this time, of which he is most proud. After his tour in Vietnam, Charles returned to the U.S. to finish his years in service, and in January of 1965, just 3 months shy of the Vietnam War ending, Charles received news that he received a medal for his courageous work in December of 1964, where he helped lead a decisive victory over the Viet Cong. This work earned him the highest award that could be bestowed upon an individual from the armed forces of the Republic of Vietnam, an award that he was yet to receive until today, almost 58 years later. Thank you, Charles, for your service. Thank you. During this time, Charles has lived a very full life. He has worked as an aircraft repairman at the Newport Navy Base, repaired boats at a marina in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, been a business owner and his own boss, and even completed an associate's degree in business. He has worn many hats, some of those being husband, father of 9 children, some of which are here today, crew chief, and Vietnam veteran. Before presenting this award, I would like to read the letter as received by Charles on January 19, 1965. Specialist 4th Class Gagnon is a brave and courageous soldier who assisted the government of Vietnam forces in achieving a decisive victory over the Viet Cong during Operation Gian Chi 100/SD conducted on the 27th of December 1964 near Dai Nai, Republic of Vietnam. Specialist Fourth Class Gagnon performed his duties as crew chief aboard a UH-1B helicopter in an outstanding manner while transporting Vietnamese heliborne soldiers to battle. With personal pleasure, I forward this award from the Armed Forces of the Republic of Vietnam. I wish to express my congratulations to you for your outstanding performance of duty that has won you this honor. As your commanding officer, I commend you on receiving the Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry with Palm. This is the highest award that can be bestowed upon an individual by the Republic of Vietnam, and you can be justly proud to receive it. Today, November 11, 2023, almost 58 years later, I am honored to present you, along with Mayor Coogan, please step up, Senator Roderick, Representative Sylvia, Representative Schmidt, please join us. In front of your friends, family, and I'll present you with the Vietnamese Cross in front of your friends, family. Where did it go? Thank you. Where did it go? Mr. Gagnon, thank you very much for your service. My part, I've gone on long enough, but it was well worth it, Mr. Gagnon. My colleagues from the House of Representatives, first of all, on behalf of myself,
Yeah, a lot of people gotta have Dad's picture.
Al and Sylvia, themselves fine veterans, who I'm honored to serve along, especially today, on Veterans Day. We have this citation for you, presented to Specialist Fourth Class Charles Norman Gagnon in recognition of your brave and courageous work in the Vietnam War as crew chief and for receiving the Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry with Palm, signed by Speaker of the House, Ron Mariano, on this day, November 11, 2023. Thank you.
Okay, Charles, stay right there, please. That was truly a great story, but it was a story about his life, and that's how he lived. And these are the people that we don't recognize enough what they did for our country. And as mayor of the city of Fall River, I'm extremely pleased to be able to come here today and join all of you. And we're all in the same boat today to honor Charles Gagnon and in honor and recognition of his receiving the Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry with Palm from the Armed Forces of the Republic of Vietnam in 1963. It's a day that was put off for far too long, and I tip my hat to Charles and all his efforts for this country.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the State Senate, I also have a citation recognizing Charles' accomplishments, and it's signed by the Honorable Karen E. Spilka, President of the State Senate. But let me just say, standing here, I'm thinking, you know, being Veterans Day, on television, they're replaying that amazing series called The Band of Brothers. And there's an opening scene in one of the episodes where Lieutenant Dick Winters was being interviewed, and he relays the story of his grandson asking him, "Grandpa, were you a hero?" He goes, "No, I wasn't a hero, but I served amongst many of them." And today I say, we're standing in the presence of a real hero. Charles, thank you for your service.
Mr. Gagnon, can we ask you to say a few words? Just if you'd like. I know you're here. I know this was against everything you wanted to see happen. But, and before you do, though, I do want to let you know that Congressman Auchincloss could not be here today. He himself is a veteran in the Marines, and he wanted to present this citation from the United States House of Representatives in recognition of, and I need my glasses, Charles Gagnon, in recognition of your receiving the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry of Cross with Palm Medal for your selfless dedication and service to your country on this date, November 11th, signed by Jake Auchincloss. So, someone else wants to. I don't know that, and I don't know it is a Medal of Honor. He asked me if there was anyone else who ever got this award, and I'm not sure how many people have, Mr. Gagnon. We can find that out, but today is your day, and we are grateful and honored on behalf of all of the City of Fall River representatives and city councilors and school committee people here today. I got to tell you, 10 years I'd go to where he lives in his housing, and you know, like we all do, everyone here goes and visits and brings food and snacks and pizza. And we want to hear from the people who live in the city of Fall River on a regular basis. And he was quiet as a church mouse every single year. He'd sit there, he'd eat the pizza or eat the donuts or whatever we brought. And then one day he walked downstairs. He said, "Wait a minute," while we were there, and went up and came down with his papers, and he said, "Can you do anything about this?" And thanks to a lot of good people, we did. So it's your day. You'd like to say a few words.
Thank you.
City Council President Joe Camara.
Thank you, Carol. I also want to thank everyone for being in. What a wonderful day, isn't it? To be in the presence of a true hero, someone that we hear about all the time, but how many people actually get to see someone who served the country as he did? So from the bottom of my heart, I don't want to go on too much. Thank you so much for what you did for our country, as all the veterans have, keeping not only this country safe, but as was mentioned earlier, saving the rest of a lot of other places in the world. We are there for everyone. Thank you so much for what you do. We appreciate it. To all the veterans, thank you so much. Thank you, Carol. He said he was just doing his job. Spoken like a true hero.
City Councilor Linda Pereira is the Veterans Liaison, and she has it.